we shall get started. So this week we've been talking about rain and weather and stuff like that. So continuing on with that motif, we are going on to learn the second part of the phrase. So I'll just say the whole thing all together. 云腾致雨，露结为霜. So we'll be focusing on 露结为霜 today. So it means clouds ascend to cause rain to fall, and this part is morning dew transforms to white frost. So a grayish white frost forms when dew becomes frozen on a cold night. So the first word is 露. What does it mean? Dew. Beverage distilled from flowers, fruits, or leaves, syrup, or to disclose, expose, show, or reveal. It is made up of two parts, two big parts, which is rain, which we learned about last class on Monday, and lu, which is road, which is made up of two parts. One being foot, it literally looks like a person walking, and ge, each. So if we take a look, it is from the sound of rain and road. The original meaning is dew. That is the water droplets that condense on objects when the water vapor near the ground at night or in the morning is condensed. So it's like, if you think about it, the dew that's on the road or whatever becomes frost and is like whitish because it's caused by water, which is in the sky. So some excuse me, common phrases. We have 暴露, 露出, 披露, 泄露, 揭露, 露面, 露营. So yes, sky water becomes ground ice. So the first one is more like to expose in general, and 露出 is more like, so one is like greater expose than the other. Like 露出 is like, for example, if you like exposed a little bit, we're like like if you think about like a little kid hiding behind like a wall and he's like peeking, so he's like revealed his face kind of thing. Or like if you like accidentally exposed someone's grade in class, for example, but like it's just a little bit, like one person's thing. But like Paulo would be like you expose like the whole classroom's marks or whatever, right? Yeah. So like less hidden, slightly exposed kind of thing. Balu is more of an extreme version. Yeah. Not necessarily like be like extreme, but like more like like bigger of a bigger scale, I guess. Yeah. Hello, Vivian Xia. Thank you. First word can be described as someone who has been caught doing something bad. Some more. 露天、显露、流露、裸露、表露、露脸。Like 露面 and 露脸 is essentially the same thing, except just different way of saying it. So example sentence: 潜艇露出了水面。潜艇露出了水面。So 潜艇 is submarine. 露出 is to expose, but in this case, in proper English would be like rose to or like poked out of. 了 is more of a describing word, and 水面 is the surface of the water, so water surface. Yes, exactly. Submarine exposing itself from the water surface. 潜艇露出了水面。潜艇露出了水面。Next word is 结. So it's part made up of two parts: silk thread, which is 丝, and the other part 吉, which means lucky, happy, or auspicious. I mean, you're always free to like call me or whatever, ask for me to come in and listen. So, what does it mean? Contract: to give, a bond for, knot, knit, weave, connect, unite, join, congeal, form, forge, cement, bear fruit, form, finish, pay, settle, and conclude. It's from both parts, 丝 and 集. The original meaning is to tie a knot. So if you kind of see the 小段, it looks like on the left side, it looks like two knots on like a string. And I'm pretty sure the part on the right, this is telling you that it's from the sound of Ji. This resonates with the scout in you. Cool. You did a lot of knot tying. So some common phrases. 结果, which is outcome. 结束, termination or to end. 结婚, 结构, 结合, 团结, 结局, 总结, 结论, 纠结, 终结, 结算, 了结, 结尾, 结案, 冻结, 结识, 结晶, 情节, 结成, 勾结. So example sentence. 这个结老松开. 这个结老松开. 这个 is this. 结 is not. 老 is old, like directly translated means that. But in this case, it is used in the sense of like keeps. Like is always doing because it's always been like that for a while. So kind of like that's how like you can think about it, like how the lao fits in, the old fits in. Song kai is loosen, and the kai part of it is literally means open. Well, did you get me chicken nuggets? Yes, the knot has forever been opening. Hi, Smooch Bunch. 这个结老松开。这个结老松开。The third word for today is wei. What does it mean? It used to mean taming an elephant, but now it means be, do, make, practice, act out, cause, act as, or serve as. I would consider this like kind of a describing word, a word that like uses that you use to like describe another thing or like describe two things. We'll kind of see that in more of the examples. So if we look at the pictures, we have it looking different for the simplified and the traditional way of writing this. So simplified for version, in the beginning we have a pictograph of a hand guiding an elephant to do work. And because of that, to do work, it goes from taming an elephant becomes to do or like do work. That's how we get, you know, be, do, make, act, and serve as kind of thing. So, common phrases, there's gonna be a lot because it's a very common word. Waiters, no. Nice try though. But if that helps you learn the word, then by all means. Waiters in Chinese would be 服务员. I'll just copy that for you if you want it. In China, it was very common to use elephants to do work. Kind of like how people have like horses or like camels. It's because of the geography that elephants are common. And I would assume that elephants would have more horsepower than horses. I'm not sure about that. Well, like obviously there's no like elephants in like Canada or United States, right? That are like naturally there. Like we wouldn't use elephants to do work. So some common phrases we have yin wei. That I usually like say it with like the second intonation, but It's used both with the second and fourth, depending on like what you're trying to say. 为什么? So kids would even use this word like toddlers they'd be like why and they would ask 为什么? 认为 exactly 为什么妈妈 or like 妈妈为什么? 认为为了成为以为作为行为 Alright, put that on twice. 为何为止行为 meaning action, like to take action or an action general. Not quite sure, but I would use it in a context of like action in general. Like for example, if I'm like watching a toddler, I'd be like, they're doing that kind of thing. Like they're like they have like an aggressive action or something like that. 为主为此称为更为较为分为最为极为是为称之为人为无能为力 So like wu is nothing or none or like doesn't exist. Neng is your ability or power. Or more like ability. or like what you can do. And then Li in this case is like power or strength, like none ability for your power is how would I would explain it literal translation wise for the idiom. So, example sentence. And sometimes you'll see this word in other example sentences too, because it's pretty common. So, 你为什么喜欢他？你为什么喜欢他？你 is you. 为什么 why? 喜欢 is like. 他 in this case is her. And in the instance of it being a guy, it would use it would sound the same, except it would just be a different, uh, like a thing, keystroke on the left. So like this. Yeah, you, why like her? 你为什么喜欢她? So, ta is just one person, but if you add men to it, is them. So I'll write it for you. So ta would just mean she or him, and then tamen would be them. Tamen. Like you can use it to describe. It's the same way you would describe them in like English. Like you can use it to say like them, like for example, those two people, calling them, or like a group of people, a crowd over there, like them, or like a population, like them. It'd be the same use case as English, them. Looks over what this tasted them. No worries. And the last word for today is shuang. What does it mean? White, noble, and unsullied, severe, frost, or frost like powder. And we usually use it as a noun more than as an adjective. So it's made up of two parts, yu, rain, which we already looked at, and qiang, which has many use cases. In this case, it would be used as looks or appearance. So frost like powder isn't just snow. Snow is not the same thing as frost, right? There's a clear distinction between snow and frost. I like you've seen snow and you've seen frost. I know that. And we use two different words to describe them. So in the same case, we use two different words to describe snow and frost. So if we look at this, we have it looking quite similar to what it looks like now. It is from the sound of rain, yu and xiang. The original meaning is the white ice crystals formed by the condensation of water vapor contained in the air near the ground when the temperature drops below 0 degrees Celsius. So you can say like looks like snow or like looks like water or a different form of water is how you could kind of remember this word. There you go. Someone who knows more about snow and frost than I do. So some common phrases: 防晒霜. So I guess it could also be used in the context of like creams as well. But those weren't invented until like recently. I mean, you can think about it like you know how like the dew is like covering something like the leaves or the grass or whatever. So like your fang shai is like fang is like prevent, shai is like the sun's kind of like beating down on you. So you're preventing that from happening with this covering. And then second one is 面霜. Mian is like face. As in this case it'd be like your face, but mian could be also used to describe the face of other things. Just a face in general. But in this case it'd be like facial cream. Well, I'm just saying like no, it's not because that. It's because that like mian. I'm trying to say that this word can be used in like to describe like not just your face. Like for example, uh, the example about the submarine that we had earlier. It's like shui mian, which is the water face. Third one, shuang dong. 风霜，霜天，早霜，霜害，白霜。And hoar means just white or grayish, like white like, grayish like. I mean, when I put these on YouTube, I have to put it as not not for kid viewers. So not suitable for kids. That's the one. And example sentence. 一层霜覆盖在挡风玻璃上。一层霜覆盖在挡风玻璃上。一层霜覆盖在挡风玻璃上。So 一层一 is one, 层 is sheet. 霜 in this case is frost. 覆盖 covers. 在 is like a preposition, is like where. 挡风 is like windshield. 玻璃 is the glass. And 上 is on. 一层霜覆盖在挡风玻璃上。No, it's pretty much the same. So like a sheet of frost covers the windshield would be like the literal translation. But I'm picking apart like all the parts, like all the different words and explaining them what they mean and how like it you come to the conclusion that this is the sentence. Like if I were to direct translate this again, it's like one sheet frost covers the windshield glass. And the shang was like on. There have been other examples too that have a pretty direct translation. So, should being like an end of a sentence scripture or just saying it literally just means on, like or upon. Like that's what shang is. Like or like up. Like on, upon, or up. That's literally what it means. It's not like a like an end of sentence descriptor thing. It's just the way like Chinese usually works. But like it's pretty much a direct translation. It's just if you add like up at the end. I don't think like questions are like dumb. The only time I think questions are dumb if they're like repetitive. Like if like a student asks me something over and over again, it's like that's when it becomes like a dumb question to me at least. Or if they're obviously trolling you with a question you know they aren't being proper about, in that case I would ask them a question in response. I would throw it back at them. But that's we learned 陆结为霜 today. And next week we will be going through these ones. So 今生丽水，欲出昆冈. Yeah, I like put up a thing for like tutoring on Kijiji. And then I got two people who responded to me, and I'm like, maybe I don't really feel like tutoring now that I've done that. Hi, Cube. The Quinn got some money. In this case, like Quinn is like a descriptor, like is a literal place. But I get it. It's funny. Or maybe some jade. So this is all I have for today's lesson. I will see you definitely again on Monday. Next Monday. Oh wait. Next Monday I have an appointment for a blood test. Hold on, let me check my calendar. Cuz if I don't do it on Monday, then I'll have to wait until like way later. Like a month later. If it's not then. So, yeah. Do we want to do it earlier or do we want to do it like at like 4 p.m. EST? EST? 4 p.m. EST, we're good. Cool. Then on Monday we will do it 1 hour earlier, and then we'll go back to our other stuff. We'll go back to our regular schedule because if I don't do it on Monday, I'll have to wait till like end of like March, which is no bueno. Okay, cool. Any questions? If no questions, then more important to test. Maybe one of these days I'll give you a pop quiz to test. No questions? Alright, if no questions, then I will see you all on Monday at 4 p.m. EST. Alright, bye bye.